Good evening. Tonight we're learning new details about Governor Jay Inslee and his intention to move from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
It has long been expected that he would run for president, and this week it will most likely become official. Our Chris Daniels just got off the phone with his sources tonight. Chris, what are you learning at this hour?
Well, Mark, this is an open secret in political circles. As you also know, Lori, Inslee has flirted with it over the last several months and is now apparently ready to walk on into the dance floor. We are hearing from multiple political sources at this hour that Governor Jay Inslee will make an announcement by the end of this week, and it will be to announce he is running for president of the United States. Washington Governor Jay Inslee is expected to make it official within days.
Why not just announce it today, Governor? Going to do it?
Well, we have a lot of friends, and I think you'll see some announcement shortly about our intentions, and I do believe this moment is ripe.
That was earlier this week when Inslee sidestepped the question from NBC. But the two-term governor has been laying the groundwork for months, traveling to Iowa and New Hampshire, saying any candidacy would focus on climate change. A political action committee called Vision PAC was established and funded to support his travel, with many donors that have a history of supporting Inslee. Sure to be discussed as he enters the fray, his talk about the climate and renewable energy. He's had trouble passing a carbon tax in the state, despite many supporters on the issue.
The country is ready for an optimistic president. I just may be able to suit that purpose.
The governor would be entering a crowded field already with a head start. 5 Democratic senators have already declared. No Washington state politician has entered a campaign since the 1970s, when Senator Henry Scoop Jackson competed for the nomination, ultimately won by Jimmy Carter.
Wow. Normally, Chris, they don't do things in a vacuum. Has anybody done any polling, do you think, on Inslee and his odds?
Well, I think there has been polling. If you look at a national level, we have seen polls come in where Jay Inslee doesn't even register. So the question is, what kind of name recognition does he have on a national level? I think that's one of the questions that will have to be answered over the next few months because, like I said, there's a lot of people already with a head start.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Chris.